We live in a world that moves quickly on purpose, not accidentally, not because progress naturally accelerates. Urgency is designed into modern life. It is engineered, reinforced, and rewarded. Notifications vibrate in our pockets. Deadlines stack on top of one another. Prices fluctuate without explanation. News refreshes endlessly, reminding us that something, somewhere, is always happening. Everything leans forward. Money sits quietly at the center of this motion, not always dramatic, not always loud, but constant. It gives urgency weight. Delay has consequences. Waiting feels risky. Slowing down can feel irresponsible, even dangerous. This isn't a story about escaping the world. It's about noticing the speed the world expects from us, and what happens inside us when that speed becomes permanent. Urgency rarely shows up as panic. Most of the time, it feels subtle, like restlessness, like the low-grade sense that something should be done, checked, optimized, or prepared for, even when nothing is immediately wrong. The body stays slightly tense. The jaw clenches without awareness. The mind leans forward, scanning for the next requirement. Money sharpens this feeling. Bills arrive on schedules that don't care how rested you are. Systems move without explanation or reassurance. Numbers change whether you're ready or not. Even in moments meant for rest, part of the mind remains alert, rehearsing future scenarios. Over time, this state becomes familiar, and calm begins to feel unfamiliar, almost suspicious. Urgency quietly teaches us how to relate to time. Time stops feeling spacious. It becomes something to manage aggressively, something that can be wasted, lost, or misused. If you wait, you fall behind. If you slow down, you miss opportunities. If you pause, you risk regret. So we compress our lives. Decisions are made quickly, often before they're fully felt. Reflection is postponed. Speed becomes a coping mechanism. The body adapts. It learns to stay braced. Even rest carries an edge, as if it might be interrupted at any moment, as if calm must be justified by productivity. This isn't a personal failure. It's adaptation to an environment that rewards constant readiness. Self-control is often framed as discipline, as strength, as the ability to say no. But in an urgent world, self-control is more often about resisting speed, buying before thinking, responding before settling, deciding before clarity arrives. Urgency collapses the space between impulse and action. When money is involved, that space almost disappears. The decision feels immediate, necessary, and emotionally charged. Over time, this erodes trust in yourself. Not because you're irresponsible, but because so many choices are made under pressure. You begin to associate money with tension, regret, or self-criticism, even when nothing objectively catastrophic has occurred. Money stops feeling neutral. It becomes emotionally loaded. Calm living is often misunderstood. It's mistaken for disengagement, for passivity, for a lack of ambition or seriousness. But calm is not indifference. Calm is the ability to experience pressure without becoming it. The pressure remains. Bills still exist. Responsibilities don't disappear. Systems still move quickly. But internally, something loosens. The breath deepens. The body stops sprinting while standing still. With money, this distinction matters deeply. Financial stress isn't just cognitive. It's physiological. It lives in the shoulders, the chest, the stomach. Calm doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means not letting reality constantly activate your nervous system. Urgency doesn't just shape behavior, it shapes identity. People don't say, "My schedule is full." They say, "I'm busy." Speed becomes a personality trait. Being overwhelmed becomes evidence of importance. Financial pressure becomes proof of responsibility. Calm, by contrast, can look suspicious. If you're not anxious, are you paying attention? If you're not rushing, are you trying hard enough? So urgency is performed, even when no one is watching, even when it costs peace. Calm begins to feel undeserved, as if rest must be earned through exhaustion. Constant urgency fragments attention. You're rarely fully where you are. Eating while calculating, resting while planning, relaxing while anticipating. Money spreads itself across every moment instead of occupying its own space. It becomes background noise, always present, never resolved. This creates a life that feels full but thin, busy but not grounded. There is movement everywhere, yet very little sense of arrival. Over time, the mind forgets what it feels like to settle, and the body forgets what safety feels like when nothing needs to be solved. Calm living does not begin with changing your finances. It begins with reclaiming the pause, a pause before spending, a pause before reacting, a pause before judging yourself. The pause doesn't remove difficulty. It doesn't guarantee better outcomes, but it interrupts urgency's momentum. It creates a small gap, just enough space for awareness to enter. And awareness, more than discipline, restores choice. Urgency insists that everything matters now. Calm asks for discernment. What actually requires action? What can wait without harm? What feels urgent simply because discomfort is present? Is this decision solving a real problem or soothing anxiety? Is this action coming from fear or from clarity? These questions aren't meant to be answered quickly. Their value lies in slowing the moment enough to ask them honestly. Financial stress often peaks not during crisis, but during uncertainty. Not when something has gone wrong, but when you don't yet know what will happen. When outcomes are unclear, when the future feels unstable. Urgency fills uncertainty with motion. It demands action to escape discomfort, to regain a sense of control. Calm allows uncertainty to exist without immediate resolution. That doesn't eliminate risk, but it reduces unnecessary suffering. It separates what must be done from what merely feels urgent. In a culture that worships speed, not rushing requires quiet courage. Calm doesn't mean indecision. It means intentional movement. You still act, you still plan, you still respond to reality. But the action comes from steadiness, not compulsion, from clarity, not panic, from trust, not fear of falling behind. This shift changes how money feels internally. Less like a constant threat, more like a tool that requires attention, but not alarm. Money becomes lighter when it's contained, handled fully, then set down, given focus, then given rest. Urgency wants money everywhere, in every thought, every moment, every decision. Calm gives it boundaries. This isn't avoidance, it's respect. For attention, for energy, for peace. A calm financial life often looks boring from the outside. Fewer dramatic moves, fewer emotional swings, fewer urgent stories. Inside, it feels spacious, less negotiation, less noise, less tension mistaken for normal. Peace rarely announces itself. It arrives quietly when strain leaves the body. The world will continue to demand speed. That isn't changing. Systems will remain impersonal. Prices will fluctuate. Deadlines will persist. Calm living doesn't wait for better conditions. It's practiced inside imperfect ones. It's the choice to protect your inner tempo even when the outer rhythm is frantic. You don't need to outrun the world. You don't need to win at urgency. You only need enough calm to hear yourself think, and enough trust to move from that place. If this helped you see things a little more clearly, you're welcome to follow the channel for future essays. Until next time, talk to you again.